some question for you today.
Sure.
Which one is better, butter or margarine? Can you please tell me?
Oh yes, I'm so glad you asked that question. So many times I do get the question, what is better? Butter versus margarine. And so let me explain to you what would be the better choices here. So first of all, if we're looking at butter, butter is a saturated fat. Saturated fat comes from animal sources. So this is coming from the cows, it's coming from the goats, it's an animal source. That fat then is going to provide us with the unhealthy saturated fat, which is going to then act to clog the arteries and contribute to heart disease risk. When we look at margarine, however, margarine is originally made from unsaturated or plant oils. So that would be a generally healthier idea or choice for us. Unfortunately, in many of the margarines that are on the market today, these unsaturated oils have gone through a process called hydrogenation. In this process of hydrogenation, they have taken the healthy unsaturated fats, have now added more hydrogen to that fat to make it more like a saturated fat. So in this body, this new Frankenstein fat that's been created from the hydrogenation process is called a trans fat. And so now these margarines with the unsaturated vegetable oils have been created to act more like a saturated fat. So if we're looking at the difference between a butter from a saturated fat, which is going to be bad for the heart, versus margarine with the trans fats, you kind of need to make your decision as to what you think is going to be best for your heart. As far as one other option that is out there, I now do have products that provide a buttery flavor, a buttery spread without the trans fat, still utilizing the unsaturated fats. So there's three options for you. We can look at butter, that's the saturated fat. We can look at the margarine, which is the unsaturated fat, but that does have the trans fats. Or we can look at the newer plant-based spreads, which contain neither the saturated fat or the trans fats. So I pose to you now, what would be best, butter versus margarine?